Well, we'll see what happened. Let's go.
Okay.
I don't know why you're trying to do this. Because this is just, you almost got yourself locked up the last time that you were here.
Welcome to What Had Happened Was.
Where we take a peek into actual court cases and give you commentary based on our unique perspective and experiences, and also give you informational tips and tricks to help you avoid a what had happened situation.
Before we get started, give us a thumbs up, a tasteful comment, subscribe to the channel to be notified of every video as they come out. All defendants are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Boom, boom.
Well, she's back once again, ladies and gentlemen. It's bad attitude. Will it be 3 times the charm or 3 strikes you're out?
Will this do the trick, or is this another trick?
Let's find out.
Will her lawyer finally show up? Stay tuned and find out. Dun, dun, dun.
What had happened was
Boom,
court
boom.
reaction.
Boom, boom.
Court calls case, People versus Chloe Whitsett.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon.
Franco, P86272 on behalf of Ms. Whitsett, who stands to my left. Ms. Whitsett, please, to my right. Ms. Whitsett, would you please state your name for the record?
Chloe Whitsett.
Thank you.
So finally, this famous lawyer we've been waiting for is finally here.
But she doesn't even know what side her client is on. So maybe got lost. Maybe what happened was with her, she got lost on her way to the courtroom.
Yes, she needed 2 weeks to figure out how to get to court.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are we doing?
Hi, Judge. I'm newly retained on this case. I have received all discovery. I would just like some additional time to review the discovery, go over it with my client, work with Attorney Hughes, and move forward. So if we could just get another PCC date, and then I'll know at the next PCC date whether we are setting for exam or have some other resolution in this matter.
All right.
So why is she talking so fast? She's trying to catch up for the last few weeks?
She just asked for an adjournment?
Yes, she just wanted an adjournment. She needs an adjournment.
Okay.
She's speaking fast because she's trying to catch up to, I guess, all the weeks that she missed.
Pretty much. Sounds like it.
How much time would you need?
A couple weeks, Judge.
Which would work better?
One moment, Judge. I'm pulling up my calendar. I think
2024 at 9, or as your invite indicates. Bond on this matter will continue. Ms. Whitsett, how are we doing today?
Better, Your Honor. Thank you so much for asking. And yourself.
I'm doing well. I just, because we almost had a run-in, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now she's like, oh, wait a minute. Let me just wait a minute before I say anything.
Yeah. Discretion finally kicked in.
Okay, it happens. I just wanted to make sure, checking the temperature in the room, making sure you're okay. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. And thank you to your staff. They were extremely helpful with my transition into her attorney.
Really? My staff?
Yeah, your staff.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was very confused as to what judge I was supposed to be in front of.
Really? And Miss Whitsett couldn't tell her anything? She didn't know?
Yeah. How to get to the court? She's been here several times.
And they answered like numerous calls and emails from my staff. So I just wanted to say thank you.
They did?
They did. Attentive.
Really? During the day?
Yeah.
Oh.
And specifically.
I didn't even know they were doing anything most of the time. Okay, well, great.
Well, I can attest to it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
No, they are actually great.
Yeah.
Hear that.
Thank you, Judge.
Take care.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Really? She didn't know how to get to the courthouse? She didn't know what room? She didn't know what judge?
She didn't know where. You couldn't ask her.
So even if the lawyer didn't know, so then what happened? She hired her and then she just said, well, you're going to have to find out or whatever. She told her, I'm not telling you anything. Like, I don't even know, because that doesn't even make sense.
That doesn't. But this is, she's happy. She got to help together, and we'll see. There's another hearing coming up. See how this goes. Will this be the end of it? Has she finally gotten herself in order?
Have we reached the finish line, or have we tripped over another hurdle?
Crash and burn on the way out the door. Let's see in the next episode of what had happened was. You know, in actuality, had she really had the right state of mind and presence of mind and composure, she could have got this case thrown out. Because here's the fact. Here's what had happened was fact. In a court of law, under the Constitution, you have a right to a speedy trial. If you go to court and the prosecutor is not ready to move forward with the case, you can have the case dismissed on the grounds of failure to prosecute in a timely fashion. That's the law. A lot of times when you go to court and you sit there and you request these adjournments, you've now given the prosecutor a reprieve and you extended your case. Whereas you said, "Hey, are you ready to prosecute today?" "Oh no, we're not." "Okay, dismissed."
Right. I think she was maybe trying to do that, but she just didn't know how to do it. I think what she should have did from the beginning is when she should have stood up, and even if she had never met Mr. Drukas, and she could have said, "Your Honor, I'm here, but I've never met this man before," and then stop and see what the judge says, because the judge maybe have said, "Okay, well, let me give you a few minutes to confer," because he would have recessed her case.
You would have passed it. Yep.
He would have recessed her case and said, "I'm going to give you a few minutes to discuss," or whatever. He would have even postponed her to the afternoon and said, "Come back in the afternoon," and then he would have sat there and said, Drukas would have probably said, "Listen, this person is saying that they're going to hire their own counsel and they require an adjournment or whatever," and they would have said, "Okay, 2 weeks."
Right.
Or whatever.
But she didn't even do that.
But she didn't know.
Had she spoke to Drukas, she could have found out what she could have talked to him. That's the whole time you talk to your client and your lawyer. That's why that conference.
But since she felt he wasn't her lawyer,
"What can you do for me? Can we get this case dropped?" She could have asked those questions. I doubt she asked those questions.
But since she felt he wasn't her lawyer, she wasn't going to ask those questions because she felt he wasn't her lawyer.
Yeah, she came in biased from the beginning. She felt
he wasn't her lawyer, so she felt she didn't owe him an explanation, and she didn't have to explain anything to anybody.
Granted.
But she could have just said, "I've never met this man before. This is the first time I'm seeing this person. I don't know how to proceed." And the judge would have said, "Wait a minute."
So the judge is there as a referee.
That's what the judge is there to do. The judge would have said,
you would have told her,
"Wait a minute.
You know what? You should confer with this man before you say anything else."
Before you say anything else. Because she doesn't have a lawyer. She doesn't have a law degree. First she said, "I'm going to defend myself." And they're like, "You can't defend. They really don't want you to do that."
And we saw what happens when she steps out to
They really don't want you to do that.
How that turned out. I can't wait till we finally find out what the charges were from the beginning as to what she's been accused of.
Put in the comments below if you think the charges are something like failure to stop at a stop sign. Like, what do you think it is? Because I think it's a minor charge. I just think it's worked itself so much now that it could have been, I think this could have been a fine. This could have been even something like a fine, because Judge Simpson does rental issues.
Landlord tenant court,
He does what else does he do?
Landlord tenant, criminal.
And criminal.
And then he also does vehicle traffic cases also.
Exactly. So who knows what she could have been jaywalking for all we know at this point.
Littering. We'll find out. See you in the next episode.
Thanks for watching.
And also give us a thumbs up, like, comment, share. Subscribe to the channel and you'll be notified of every video as they come up. And get that algorithm going and help us build this channel in 2024.
And make sure that you don't wind up in a what had happened situation.